there is a kind of discussion between dharma and dharani. So for all the topics will come discuss. So, it starts with that Parikshit Maharaj, when he was born, we have seen how astrologers, they have predicted he will become a great devotee and he will have so many wonderful qualities. So according to their prediction, he grew up to those expectations. He grew under the direction of Brahmanas, and he started exhibiting all the qualities that the Brahmanas they have predicted at the time of birth. So especially he was told that he will be a great devotee of the Lord, and then he will exhibit so many wonderfully he ruled. So all these things he exhibited. So he married a daughter of King Uttara. So Abhimanyu is son of Uttara, who is sister of King Uttara. Both are son and daughters of Matsya king. So he married his uncle's daughter. Uncle means mother's brother's daughter. So Uttara is mother's brother. His daughter named Iravati. He married her, and she had 4 sons headed by Maharaj Janmejaya. So Janmejaya, if you remember, he is son of Parikshit. When Parikshit died, so he became king. And Janmejaya, when he heard that Takshaka had come and bit Parikshit, he became angry with the serpents because Takshaka unnecessarily, without even necessary, he performed some acts. So therefore he became angry upon Takshaka and he performed Sarpa Yajna. So later on he stopped the Sarpa Yajna in that way. He is the one who heard Mahabharata. So Mahabharata, if you see just like Bhagavatam is a conversation between Parikshit and Shukadeva Goswami, Mahabharata is a conversation between Janmejaya Maharaj and Vaishampayana Rishi. So he is famous, very famous king. He is also Janmejaya Maharaj. And later on, he accepted Krupacharya as his guru. So Krupacharya is his brother-in-law of Dronacharya. He married Krupacharya's sister Krupi is married to Dronacharya. So he is the guru previously to Kauravas. Now he became guru for even Parikshit, and he gave a lot of charity, and he performed 3 horse sacrifices on the banks of Ganges. So when he was performing those horse sacrifices, it was mentioned that even devatas were visible. So such is even common people could see the devatas coming to those sacrifices. Such nicely, wonderfully he performed. So that is mentioned. And once it is mentioned that once upon a time he saw one person who is dressed as a king, but he is a low class man, but dressed as a king. So that person is none other than Kali personified. So he saw that person is kicking a cow and bull, means he is torturing cow and bull. So Parikshit Maharaj, just seeing that, he punished that Kali. So like that Sutta Goswami mentions. So hearing that, Shaunakadi Rishis, they asked that why did Parikshit Maharaj, he simply punished Kali when he saw that he was kicking the cow. Definitely it is like he's kicking a cow, that means he is definitely a very low, where he is like a very low Shudra, although he is dressed as a king. So why did he simply punish him? Why didn't he kill? So that is the intention. That means like they are torturing cow. So why only simply punished? Why he did not kill that Kali? So that is their doubt. So they please explain, and they say that please explain this topic uh, if it is related to Krishna Katha. So otherwise, or if it related to the devotees who always taste the lotus feet of Krishna. So otherwise, like he tells that all the topics that if it is related to Krishna, please marry. Otherwise, they say that already the 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 Kali Yuga lifespan is very less. Therefore, what is the use of all other topics, all material talks, which will simply reduce the duration of one's human life. Humanyar asadalapay. So, Ayushoyam asadhyaya. If other material topics are engaged, it will simply reduce the age of people. So, therefore, uh, if people desire true welfare, people want to truly achieve Krishna, so they need to hear Krishna Katha. So please narrate that. Otherwise, like if some, like they may say, people already uh, they are already ready to die. They have less span of life. Then if we start hearing Krishna Katha, we will also die. So for them, they say that the while we are performing this sacrifice of this yajna we are doing, so in this yajna we have called the Lord of Death, Yamaraj. So as long as Yamaraj is here, no one will die. So therefore, as long as he is here, one should continue to hear about Hari Leela Amrutam. So that means wherever Krishna Katha is going on, so there it's like Amrita. So people will actually attain the results of Amrita without dying. So that's how they encourage that everyone should hear about Lord's pastimes. Otherwise, the people in Kali Yuga already they are mandasya, they are very lazy, and they are manda prajnasya, their intelligence is very less. And vayo mandayusha, their living age is also very less. And nidraya harite naktam, night time goes in sleeping, and divacha vyartha karmavi, and in the daytime, all the by useless actions, so much time will go waste. So therefore, anything like other than hearing about the Lord is useless. So therefore, please narrate about these glories. Like that they ask. So then Sutta Goswami directly explains about Parikshit Maharaj, how he conquered all directions. So Parikshit Maharaj, he was very expert in battle. He was he was a king. So therefore, he there is a saying that people in general, normal people hear through only 2 ears, but the king he hears through the ears of his spies. So Parikshit came to know that there was Kali had entered into his kingdom. So therefore, that was like unpleasant news. So immediately he took up his bow and arrows to conquer all directions. Although that was bad news, but there is an opportunity for him to fight. So in that way, he also relished that opportunity. So immediately, by taking this bow and arrows, by taking all the troops, he started going in his chariot. So he traveled to so many different provinces, and where there he collected so many taxes. So wherever he went, he used to hear the glories of his ancestors. So that means he used to hear about his grandfathers, Pandavas. So they hear, and he also used to hear how he was saved, by the Brahmastra, saved from Brahmastra by Krishna, and how Pandavas and Vrishnis, they had a lot of affection for Krishna, and and how they had a lot of devotion for them. And hearing all of them, he used to become very much satisfied, and to be generously, he used to give a lot of great wealth and clothes to all of them. So by hearing those praises, and the how how affectionately Krishna used to serve Pandavas, that he also used to hear. There is a nice, very nice shloka mentions that Saratya Parshad Sevana Satya Dhautya Veera Sananugamanas Stavana Pranama Snigdeshu Pandushu Jagat Pranatincha Vishnu Bhaktim Karoti Nupatis Charanaravinde. So the how Krishna used to act in so many ways to Pandavas. Like Saratya, he became a charioteer to Pandavas. Parashada, he became like a follower to the Pandavas. Sevana, he became like a servant to all the Pandavas. Sakya, he became like friend. Dautya, he became like messenger. So messenger post generally it is like very it is given to some inferior persons. But Krishna took that position. He acted like a messenger for Pandavas in negotiating. And Virasana Anugamana, like he used to protect Pandavas like a night watchman, like by taking a Virasana. Virasana is like a readily posture. If someone enemy attacks, he is ready to kill. So he used to protect Pandavas in the night time like that sometimes. And so in this way, he served in so many ways the Pandavas, and because that Vishnu, this Krishna, who is respected by whole world, Jagat Pranatim cha Vishnu, that Vishnu who is respected by whole world, he behaved like that to the Pandavas. Why? Because Pandavas are Snigdeshu. Snigdeshu Pandashu. Snigdeshu means very malleable or very, very dear Pandavas. So very malleable, they are acting according to the will of the Lord. So therefore, he also acted according to their will. So he expressed in this way by by all these things he used to hear. Therefore, Bhaktim Karoti Nupatis Charanarvinde. So his bhakti to the Supreme Lord Vishnu, it increased by hearing all these glories. How Krishna affectionately dealt with Pandavas. And then, so in this way, he he was going around the world. So at that time, he suddenly saw one astonishing event. So that was happened. So there we saw there was a bull and there was a cow. So both are talking with each other. So bull means basically ox and cow, both are pairs. So generally, so here the bull, the ox is represented by Dharma. So Dharma actually took the form of bull. Bull means here ox, and Bhudevi, like Mother, she took the form of a cow. So both are engaged in discussion with each other. So Dharma, he saw the cow's position. Dharma is actually, he has only one leg. Only with only one leg he is moving. And he saw a cow, the mother in the form of cow. It doesn't have any effulgence. And it has tears in her eyes, and she is like very morose, just like when a cow, if he loses some calf, she becomes very very morose, like that she was representing, she was looking. So the dharma started inquiring from her. He asked several questions to that cow. So these are all like typical symptoms of Kali Yuga, we can say. So that's why even cow is also lamenting. So we can also notice similarly. First question is asking that, are you well? So is your health all right? So this is like first question that Kali Yuga people suffer. Their health is like very much in trouble. And then you appeared very pale. That means you doesn't have any effulgence, and your face is slightly withered. You look very like very thin, very withered. So looks like you are in great anxiety. So is it that are you lamenting for a distant friend in a distant land? So like in Kali Yuga, people in general, they will be separated as we can see. So are you lamenting for that distant friend? So like that he is asking. And uh, previously, I am standing on four legs, but now because now I am only standing on one leg. Are you are you lamenting because of my position? That and like and dharma, I lost three legs. So is it that because of that you are lamenting for me? Or are you lamenting that in future the people people like the sinners people, they enjoy unlawfully, they means they will exploit cows, or it can mean they will also exploit the land. So is it that because all the people, all the sinners, they will exploit you, that's why you are very pale? Or are you worrying that devatas will no longer get any sacrificial offerings? So is it that you will worry because in Kali Yuga no one performs yajna because there are no proper brahmanas to perform yajna. No one knows the exact vidhis to perform yajna. So therefore devatas are bereft of all sacrificial offerings. So therefore are you lamenting? So in general, Kali Yuga there are no sacrificial offering in the form of fire sacrifices, very difficult to perform. Therefore Prabhupada always suggests that wherever we perform Sankirtan Yajna, together coming together and glorifying the Lord's holy name, that is the best yajna we can do. So that's how all the devatas will also be satisfied and the Supreme Lord is most satisfied. So that is the best yajna we can do in Kali Yuga. But in general, people don't perform those any yajna. So therefore, are you bereft of the devatas are bereft of any sacrificial offerings? Are you lamenting that? Are seeing that people in citizens, they don't get sufficient rains because they don't perform sufficient sacrifices. So seeing that, are you suffering? Or are you suffering because women are not sufficiently protected, and children are also not protected by parents, and these women and children, they will suffer at the hands of merciless people? So therefore are you lamenting? Or the like people who are like Brahmana families, but they speak learned words, but they have sinful conduct. So therefore, are you lamenting for these disrespectful Brahmanas who are like the namesake Brahmanas but don't behave properly, and are like the kings who are not serving Brahmanas, like uh, they don't have any respect for Brahmanical culture. So therefore, and they rule very disorderly. by not respecting Brahmin culture. Therefore, are you lamenting for the administrative Kshatriyas because they neglect all the citizens and therefore maybe you are lamenting? Or in general, people in Kali Yuga, they don't care for any rules and regulations. So, and they are unrestricted. They don't want to have any rules in eating, drinking, dressing, bathing, in enjoyment. Therefore, are you lamenting? So, in this way, after mentioning several reasons, finally, the Dharma says that maybe uh, uh, you are lamenting because the Lord who has appeared in order to relieve your burden, maybe he has disappeared, so therefore you are left alone. Maybe by remembering his activities, you are lamenting. Is it that you are missing Lord Krishna, therefore you are lamenting? He has so please tell me why you are in so much anxiety. Anxiety because of which you have become so thin. So previously, you have even great devatas. They great devatas. They used to get astonished by seeing your good fortune. So like, but time has now taken away your good fortune. So like that, he asks several questions. So Mother Earth, Mother Earth, hearing all these questions, she starts replying that previously you are Dharma and you are Dharma personified, but therefore you know all Dharma. So therefore you know all these things, why these things are happening. And so, but still, since you are asking me, I will say that I am now, previously you are maintained by four legs, but now, previously you are maintained by four legs, but now you are people because they became very sinful, that they were bereft of the association of the Lord. So therefore, you are left with only one leg. So, and she starts narrating about the Lord's qualities. So how the Lord, the who is the abode, like Lakshmi Devi resides in him always. He has wonderful qualities, and by his power, previously you had four legs, and, that benefited all the people. And in Om, there are wonderful qualities. So, Mother Earth gives the whole list of qualities that Krishna possessed, like how he had fullness, Satyam, Shaucham, Daya, Shanti. Like that, she gives so many wonderful, good qualities which the Lord possessed, and says that all these qualities they are all eternally present in the Lord. So that means all the good qualities like the control of anger, control of senses, the neutrality to all, tolerance. So all these things, all these good qualities, they are eternally present. That means the Lord eternally exists, and His Leela eternally exists, His qualities eternally exist, His name and form, everything eternally exists. That is the meaning of this eternality of the qualities. So, this Lord, for the Lord, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. These four things are transcendental in the sense they are never contaminated by material things, and they are always situated beyond matter, and they always exist. So when we understand that Lord's these four things are very transcendental, then our uh, our bhakti will have correct understanding. So out of these four, Nama, name is the first thing we can connect. So by which all other three things will be revealed. So that's how Harinam Chandran explains. So the Lord, he has all these wonderful qualities which doesn't disappear at any time, always exist in him. So, and even great personalities want these qualities desirable by these people, but all these qualities are existing in the Lord. So therefore now I am lamenting for myself and yourself, for all the devatas, sages, and pitrus, because all these people are now bereft of the presence of the Lord. So because, and one more reason she gives why she was especially lamenting. Brahmaji, like Brahmaji and others, they worship Lakshmi Devi to attain the favor of Lakshmi for some material benedictions. But the same Lakshmi, she left her own abode of the lotus forest and she worships the beauty of Lord Krishna's lotus feet. And with those lotus feet, Krishna used to walk on my surface, which the lotus feet had several 19 symbols are mentioned in the Krishna's lotus feet, starting with lotus, thunderbolt, board, flag, so like that 19 symbols are there. So whenever Krishna walks, these lotus symbols they will be left out. So wherever Krishna walks, these are the wealth that place has attained from Krishna's dust. That's why in Vrindavan, Krishna always walks barefoot. So therefore, all the Vrindavan Vasis, they never step on Krishna's lotus feet because all these are like wealth of Vrindavana's dust. So and they are very careful not to step on these Krishna's lotus feet, which has marks. And if someone want to identify where Krishna is, so they used to simply follow these footsteps, which had all these marks, and they used to find out. So in this way, Krishna used to walk on the surface of uh, Mother Earth. So therefore, Mother Earth experienced so much glory. She attained so much glory by this act of the Lord that uh, even after he left this place. Still, I am proud. I have proud of these symbols that he has left. So I am worrying that now he had left me. So that is my worry. And the Lord, he has destroyed so many Apshohini Sena who are previously demoniac kings who are born here and they were disturbing me. So he by his prowess, he destroyed all of them. And he also made you Dharma who are suffering from the loss of your legs. And he has given shelter to you and made you stand in 4 legs. And with that beautiful form, he appeared in Yadu family. So now I am feeling separation from that particular Lord. She quotes very nice shloka. Kavasa heta viraham purushottamasya prema valokaruchira smitaval gujalpai stairyam samanamaharam madhumaninina romotsavo mamayadengri vitankitayam Kava Saheta Viraham Purushottamasya. So who will tolerate separation from the Supreme Lord Purushottamasya? Because this Supreme Lord, with his loving glances and with his beautiful, attractive smile and pleasing talks, he used to steal away the composure of all these wives like Satyabhama and others. Their stairyam and saman, their composure, their self-control, their pride he used to take away by his wonderful acts. So whenever he used to walk on my surface, yad angri vitankitaya. So like when he was walking on his my surface, Vitankitaya, I used to get ornamented with those angry, and I used to experience Romotsava. Means my hair used to stand on it. So that means Bhumi Devi hairs means grass. Grass used to be very nicely produced. So that is like expressed as Romotsava. So I used to experience such pleasure with the touch of the Lord. So like in Srishtastakam also we'll see Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says that when will my hair stand on end. So like Bhudevi is experiencing that when the Lord is walking, she is experiencing all these symptoms. So now she's saying that now who can tolerate that viraha, that separation from the Lord. Now I am separated from the Lord. So that is why I am lamenting. So in this way, Mother Earth and Dharma, Bull, they were discussing with each other. So at that point of time, Parikshit arrives. So Parikshit, this 17th chapter describes that how he pacified Earth and Dharma and cow, and how he chastised Kali, how he awarded a chastisement to Kali. That is described here, this chapter. So Parikshit, he observed all these activities of Shudra beating a cow. So and Shudra dressed as a cow and he was beating. And so basically the Shudra, he was dressed, as previously mentioned, he dressed like a king, that is like in dress, and he was like kind of beating cow. Yeah. Figure is not that. So he dressed like a king, but he was torturing cow and bull. So seeing that, Parikshit Maharaj, that bull is like very white in color, fearful, trembling, very weak, and standing on one leg, and he appears to be urinating. So that means that bull is not opposing anything to the actions of Kali. And this cow, she is like doesn't have any cough, and she is also suffering, and she was being kicked by the Shudra. And that thin cow, she is like tears are flowing, and she was looking for some uh, grass here and there, and so in that way she was situated. So Parikshit Maharaj, he saw all this situation, and he immediately he took his bow and started speaking with very very grave words to that Shudra. So he said that, who are you? Uh, Having some power, you are attacking someone who are weak with your force, uh, because these people are under my protection because I am the king. You are like an actor, but you are not like you dressed as a king, but your activities, your seems that you are not like a king because you are torturing uh, cows and oxes. So therefore, your actions doesn't suit your dress. So therefore, you are a Shudra. So why since Krishna and Arjuna they departed, so taking the advantage now you are acting in this way. So by beating these innocent creatures in this place, you deserve to be killed. So like that he gives warning to this Kali, and I will address you later. So then he starts discussing with cow and bull because he wanted to have some evidence to punish this Kali. So therefore, he tried to get that evidence from bull and cow. So, so starts asking the bull that, oh bull, you are like a white water lily. You are moving with only one leg, and other legs are not without the other legs in the form of a bull. Are you some devata who has appeared here in this form of a bull who is giving some suffering by seeing you? Are you some demigod? Are you some devata? So, and that previously, till now, there was no one who grieved like you. Like, except for your tears, there were no other tears in our dynasty. So, therefore, we will, because everyone is protected by the arms of punishment, but your tears are now coming. O son of Surabhi, therefore, you don't lament, do not fear the Shudra, and also, O mother, addressing cow, she said, do not weep. And since I am there, who is the punisher of sinners, you will have all good fortune. So, like that, he was like kind of solacing these two. And then, the in because they may say that because of us, are you suffering? Like that, they may say that actually, if if like they may say that if you kill because of us, then we will become like cause of his killing. Then he says that no, in Wo's kingdom, if people they are not protected, they suffer from criminals. Those kings, they will lose their fame, they will lose their lifespan, they will lose their fortune and their progress. Everything will be destroyed if the citizens suffer in the kingdom from criminals. The highest duty of kings is to punish those who cause sufferings to others. So therefore, I want to kill this sinful person. It's not because of you. So please, therefore, tell who is he? Please confirm the witness that he is the cause of your suffering. And previously, you have 4 legs. Who has cut your 3 of your legs? So, and, like there should not be anything in such a state should not be there for the people who are following the Krishna's who are following Krishna and they are ruling in their kingdom, such a state should not be there. It is our duty to protect all the people in our kingdom, and maybe you are very innocent and you have very good character, pure character. And tell me who disfigured you, and who has spoiled the fame of Pandavas. Please narrate. And any person who commits violence against innocent, they should certainly fear me. And by punishing those sinful, the innocent will be peaceful. So if I punish the sinful people, that will act like a protection for the innocent people. So therefore, innocent people will be very peaceful, and I will cut off even if he is more powerful, there is no one more powerful than me. I will cut off his arms and his full hands I will cut off. Even if he is Devata, he cannot escape from me if he is commit violence against innocent beings. So therefore, the highest duty of king is to protect those who follow scriptures, those who follow dharma, and to punish who deviate from scriptures when there is no emergency. So that is the duty of kings. So therefore, please narrate. So in this way, he kind of asking so many questions for dharma to get that finally he should give witness that he is the culprit. So dharma, interestingly, he replies that is interesting reply we'll see. First of all, he praises Parikshit. he says that, Dharma says that in the form of bull. These words that what you are saying, which will award fearless for all the people, these words are very much suitable for you who are coming as a descendant of Pandavas. And so, because Krishna was so much attracted to qualities of Pandavas because of their prema, he used to act like a messenger and all other activities with them. So in this way, he was attracted. So you are coming in that dynasty. So therefore, these words are exactly befitting you. So now, previously you have asked me, who is the cause of your suffering? Please let me know. So now I will answer. So he's saying that I do not know the person who is the cause of my suffering, since I am bewildered by different statements of scripture. So there are so many different opinions among so many different philosophers. So bewildered by these different opinions, I don't know what is the actual root cause, means why I am suffering, who is the person by whom I am suffering. So here, interestingly, the Dharma, he can directly point out that he is the person who is torturing me, so therefore I am suffering. But he did not point out to this person that he is causing me suffering. He says that you have asked why am I suffering, but I don't know why am I suffering, because there are so many different opinions among different philosophers. So different people say different things as the cause of one suffering, and he quotes different scriptures or different statement, different philosophers who say. He says that some say that the cause of suffering is one's own self. So Atman, so one's own self is the cause of suffering. So then some people say Daivam, or the Daivam means supernatural power, or the planets. So they are the cause of suffering, they say. And some people say karma is the cause of one's suffering. So one's previous activities, they are the cause of suffering. And others say swabhava, or nature. So the inherent property of matter is the cause of suffering. So in this way, initially he gives the four list people, the different opinions who say why he is suffering. So that means the people like some like Atmanam, people say one's own self. These people are like people like Advaitwadis, or people like some yogis. They say because the soul he is depending upon his own self. There is no friend. Friend is like soul is the root cause of everything. So they say that Atma is the source of happiness and suffering. That therefore, Atma itself, soul is the cause of one happiness and suffering. Or some people say that they because why they say that? They say that devatas cannot be cause because they are they act upon based on one's karma, and karma cannot be the cause because it is not independent. Karma is not independently acted on, it depends on the soul. So therefore, Atma is the only cause. So like that they may say. But others, they believe that Daivam, because of Daiva one is suffering. Some other people, like Mimamsakas, they say that only karma is the cause. There is no other cause other than one's own activity. And some people say, like, they say that Swabhava, that one's own nature, like the inherent nature of matter, is the cause of one's suffering. So, like that, different philosophers will give different opinions, but he also gives one more opinion. They say that uh, because apratarkyad anityesha, apratarkyad means like without like no one can uh, like the cause which is the cause of one's suffering, and happiness, that cause is beyond one's reason, apratarkya, or anidesham is one's beyond one's uh, perception. So no one can no one can understand by logic or by sense perception the cause. So so that some people will say that happiness and distress will come from that thing beyond, which is beyond reason and perception. So these are some people. So this is actually Vaishnava's opinion. So according to Vaishnava's opinion, the cause, ultimate cause for everything is the Supreme Lord, by which everything is acting. He is the ultimate cause. Happiness and suffering come from the Supreme Lord, but he cannot be determined by any designations. And one cannot understand one cannot understand the connection between the Lord and good and bad qualities, which give sometimes auspiciousness and inauspiciousness. Ultimately, Lord is only the cause of all the good qualities as well as bad qualities. Everything arises from Lord. So basically, Lord's Maya, everything comes, and that Lord's Maya is non-different from the Lord. So, uh, but in general, it is very difficult to point it but it is very difficult to point out that how Lord is the cause. So why not say Lord is the cause? But people seeing that the different sufferings, they come from different places like time, karma, or matter, planets, ghosts, kings, or other personalities. All these things, they are like intermediate causes, but Lord is the ultimate uh, independent cause. Everything arises from the Lord. But it is very inappropriate for the worshippers of the Lord to say the Lord is the cause of happiness and distress. So, because like one is worshipping the Lord, and if one says that Lord is the cause of suffering and happiness, it doesn't suit. So, therefore, the worshippers, they do not point out they don't. He is beyond. He is like he is like he is beyond. Like one may say that all these likes and dislikes, like these causing happiness and distress to everyone. Lord is beyond all these things. So, although Lord is beyond all these things, he cannot be understood by logic. Beyond, he is beyond our logical abilities, apratarkya, and he does not have any like and dislike. So, although he is causing happiness and distress, he is beyond all these things. So, therefore, it is very difficult to understand the plan of Krishna. Even great personalities, they inquired. So, Bhishmadev says this, that previously we have seen that Nahiyasya Karhichit Rajan Puman Veda Viditsitam. No one can understand the plan of the Lord. And people with great personalities, they try to understand that what is the plan of the Lord, but they are also bewildered. So therefore, one should simply follow the plan, follow the Lord, not try to understand the plan of the Lord. So therefore, it should be, one should understand that Lord gives suffering to me or to anyone for giving benefit, like ultimately benediction. No one can conjecture why Lord gives sufferings to so many different people. Maybe he may desire to increase remembrance of the Lord by increasing the miserable condition of devotees, or maybe you want to announce the fame of some other devotees like you who are punishing Kali. So there may be different reasons why Lord may be giving suffering to the various people. So no one can understand by their logic, and it cannot be ascertained. So therefore, this is the opinion of the Vaishnava. Lord is the ultimate cause. But generally, devotees don't directly point out, because of you I am suffering. So generally, the devotees, they say that whatever is done by the Lord is ultimately for my benefit. Because so like Lord, anything, any suffering are happening, it will not happen unless there is sanction of the Lord. So unless there is sanction of the Lord, there is no suffering or happiness comes to anyone. So, but the immediate reasons may be different. And reasons may be pointed out, like this person is the cause, or this immediate thing, this happened like this, therefore I am suffering. So that those are all maybe intermediate things or immediate things which we can, but ultimately the sanction of the Lord is there for these intermediate things to happen. So therefore, we cannot deny the sanction of the Lord in every situation. So that is the thing we can understand from this situation. So this is the understanding of the Vaishnavas, that Lord is the ultimate sanctioner for anything. So the king should understand all these things, and he should understand that Atma is not the ultimate cause, because Atma is depending upon the Jiva. Cause is not planets, because they are movement depending upon movement of time, and the karma is not sole cause, because karma is insentient. It ultimately depends on the Jiva. And like Mimamsakas, they may say that only karma is the cause, but they experience that karma from previous lifetimes. So, and like that person, that this karma is like not, it is not a sentient being. So their idea is negated, but by following their path, karma will be destroyed. Swabhava is also not cause, because it is not an Swabhava means the matter itself is insentient. So therefore, ultimate cause is only the Lord. So in this way, the Dharma points out, and Acharyas have pointed out that. But it is therefore, it is very difficult to understand the plan of the Lord. So therefore, one should simply follow the Lord. So in this way, when Dharma, he was speaking in this way, Parikshit, uh, he also became, he also meditated on the answer and started replying. So immediately he told, you are certainly speaking Dharma, so therefore you are actually Dharma personified. So because in Dharma Shastra it is mentioned that whoever points out the sinner, that he is the sinner, that's the person who is pointing, that person is also the become sinner. So therefore, you are not pointing out the cause of your suffering as this person. Therefore, you are dharma in the form of a bull. So it is certain that Lord's Maya is beyond the thoughts and words of living entities. So therefore, because of Lord's Maya, everything is happening. So that means he is beyond the words of thoughts and words of living entities. So that means he is confirming that Lord is cannot be apratarkyan anidesha. Lord cannot be understood there by logic. So Lord's Maya, which is giving rise to happiness and distress. So those how and why these things are happening, no one can understand. How he is arranging, no one can understand. In Satyuga, you had 4 legs, but now 3 legs are broken. Tapashaucham daya satyam iti pada krute krita. In Satyuga, you have 4 legs in the form of tapashaucham daya satyam. Austerity, cleanliness, mercy, and truth. But your 3 legs are destroyed now. Adharmamsha is trayo bhagna. So what are the adharmas? Smaya Sangha Madhaistava, pride and illicit association and Mada, intoxication. So these 3 things have destroyed 3 of your legs. And this Kali is now trying to destroy your only 1 leg, this irreligion, by increasing untruth. he want to devour even truth also. So therefore, this cow, uh, previously Lord, because of his lotus feet, he has removed this earth's burden, and now she is being ruled by lower class. She is being tortured by this lower class person, Shudra, who is just resting and who doesn't have any brahmanas. So therefore, she was afflicting. So therefore, I will definitely punish this Kali. So therefore, he lifted his sword to punish Kali. So we will continue our discussion in the next time. How Parikshit awarded different places for Kali, how he want to punish Kali, but Kali had surrendered. Therefore, Parikshit had awarded different places for Kali, and how he ruled, and how he was cursed by a Brahmana. All those things are described in the next sections of Bhagavatam. Maybe we'll discuss. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Next class.
Yeah.
The next is what you are going to teach.
This Parikshit only, how he is awarding punishment to Kali, how Parikshit was cursed by a Brahmana.
Okay. Okay, Prabhu. Thank you.